Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Charisma's Healing Journey. Oh, well, thank you. Hi. I didn't even see you. Are you still there? Because I didn't see you. Can you see my feed? Is it lagging? I didn't even see you came in unstoppable. Like, I don't know why the Wi-Fi. um, right back at you. Can you hear my feed? And is my live stream like? Is it lagging? Like, what's it doing? On my end, it looks fine, but I'm not sure. The Wi-Fi has just been very volatile. It's just I don't know. Okay. I just pay for Wi-Fi, but I think I need if you're gonna be live streaming like I plan on doing, I need a cable like a modem so I can hook it up so it can be probably faster than what it is right now. And I used to have a webcam, but well I the one on my computer, but I had a webcam, but it's apparently I lost it. I don't know where it's at. So I don't know. But I was just logged off yesterday because I got tired of it going in and out like that. So I was like, forget it. Man, but yesterday's live stream was like so lit. I swear it was. More people than I thought came in. I hope it's lit like that every time. I hope eventually I can have like a gang of people in my live stream, like I don't know, like hundreds, thousands, who knows? Be like Kai Sinat or something. You got T-Mobile, and that's exactly what I have. That's exactly what I have. I think it's more so, but I'm not even on my mobile hotspot right now. I'm on Xfinity. It's cool right now. It seems like it's cool right now, but sometimes where I'm at, it'll be like no service, only emergency calls. I'm like, what is going on? No, no, my hotspot's not on my phone. My hotspot's not on my phone. Hey, do me a favor, Unstoppable, and post up, pin my Cash App. I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, yeah, there we go. And everybody who comes in, I want you to be like, welcome to my live, like, comment, subscribe, that type of thing. Help me to get monetized. This app scans your body and tells you but yeah, I'm glad you. How do I pin? That's a good question. Um, I think you just have to just if you see people are in the. Uh oh, did you go? Oh, okay. It says zero in the last, like, where'd he go? But well, just type. I guess you have to type it if you see people coming in and stuff. But as my mod, every time I go live, it would really be so helpful if you posted and typed my Cash App and told people, like, comment, subscribe. Actually, I'll put it and you can just copy and paste it so you'll know what to put. Oh, thank you. I need somebody on my side. I really do. Hi, Carla reads the classics. How you doing? I think there's a lag, so I hope you don't think I'm ignoring you, but that just literally just came in, Carla. Oh, yeah. Oh, right back at you, Carla. Yep. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, Carla, if you're a new subby. Um, yeah. You said people failed me. They did, but you had to I'm not making excuses, but we're just now coming into a world where people are out in the open about these types of things, the type of the trauma, the abuse, of children, especially young girls, and people want to keep it on the hush. And that's why I'm doing this, to shed light to it. And not everybody can tell their story and be as open about their story as me, but that's why I'm doing it, because I'm giving a voice to the voiceless. I'm giving a home to the homeless. I'm giving a friend to the friendless. Like, every time people leave me comments and they say I went through the same thing, this, that, and the third happened to me, I'm literally writing them back, and showing love, showing support, because sometimes you can feel so alone when you've gone through things like that. You feel like nobody understands or nobody cares. And, I'm not all the way where I want to be, but I feel like part of my healing journey is helping somebody else. I know I'm trying to make this a movement. I'm really trying to make this a movement. I'm really trying to make something for myself, build a legacy for myself, go from generational curses to generational wealth, life. I speak life, prosperity, and health. My pain wasn't for nothing. God said he got me in the midst of my storm. Still I rise. Yes, yes, you got to talk to it. You got to talk to it. Faith the size of a mustard seed, and watch what God will do with that. And that's why I come on here a lot. I wish I could have came on earlier, but it is what it is. I just want to tell people, just don't give up. And you're from the Lou, so I know how tough it is in the Lou. It's tough. So I'm happy that you have a heart. You was looking for me. I kind of figured that when I you posted on one of my videos, just like, hey, I was like, he must want me to come on live. But I was about to, but the weird thing is I was gonna come on live anyway. I was about to hop on. I was just making myself presentable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna put on no make. I thought about putting on some makeup. I'm like, nah, I'm not about to do all of that. I'm not about to do all of that. But yeah, not right now anyways. But yeah, there's a YouTuber. Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Carla. Like, comment, subscribe. As you can see, I talk back. As you can see, I interact. I love interacting with people, my subbies. Please stay natural. Yeah, I think the natural look makes me look way younger. makes me look younger than my age. Like if I wear minimal makeup, I think it takes off a lot of years. Thank you, Carla. I go live a lot too. For some reason, I like going live a lot better than posting videos, but I still post videos too, but I go live. I think that I like live more than posting the videos. And if you're faith based, I preach and teach sermons as well on Sundays. No chemicals on my skin, no chemicals in my hair. I do put chemicals. I do my skincare routine though, like um exfoliation. I do my exfoliator, my cleanser, my exfoliator, and then the blemishes, like because I break out sometimes, so the blemishes, and I put stuff on it, but like a lot of makeup. Haven't even arched my eyebrows in forever. I used to hate my thick eyebrows, but like I said, I think it makes me look younger. How is Philadelphia? I'm not exactly in Philadelphia anymore. I'm in the greater Philadelphia area though. Um, and it's the trenches. I'm telling you, it's the absolute trenches in Philadelphia. It's not no joke. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. Um, in a big city like this, people are always getting killed. You know, you got Kensington and just people, the people, it's like the best way I can describe it is that it's like a dark cloud over the city. It's like a dark cloud over Philly because of all the killing, all the violence. You know, the people are heartless. Um, I don't see myself staying in this area forever. Probably God is telling me sooner than what I think I'll be moving, but so I can't put a timeline onto it, but I don't see myself staying here forever. No. God already has told me where he wants me to go next, but I do feel that God sent me to Philly for a reason. He sent me here for a reason. So I don't regret the move. I don't regret the move. I don't regret moving because I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. In Indianapolis, I had no future in Indianapolis. There was nothing there for me but memories, but bad memories, you know, and I had to leave. I had to leave Indianapolis. So I come here to Philly because there seemed to be a lot of behavioral health jobs because I'm in behavioral health, but Indianapolis, you've been to Indianapolis? Thank you, Carla. Where I'm at right now, I've managed to get my place. I do have my own apartment and things like that, but it's been a struggle. It's a struggle for everybody everywhere because you know the economy is just so bad. But I guess in a way I'm glad I don't have children because it would be that much harder without children. It would be so hard with children. I mean, I love kids, I work with kids, but the industry that I'm in, you think working with autistic kids, like I'll probably post a video and talk about that more, but the behavioral health, the health industry, the insurance industry is filled with a lot of people who don't have the best interest in mind of the children and they don't care about you as a worker. So even though I love what I do, I just don't think it's sustainable for me being unless I go back to school and get a master's in behavioral health, that it'll be sustainable long term. But how am I supposed to go back and go to school and get my master's when it's a struggle just going from day to day, just trying to make it day to day. But I'm gonna give myself grace and space because I've only been here where I'm at for 6 months. Yeah, I love it. I love it. The family that I work with now, they've been a blessing to me. He's an 8 year old autistic child. He's very high functioning, though. I've worked with low functioning, nonverbal children with devices where they don't talk, but they can still communicate with their devices. Some who can't communicate with the devices. So all kinds. But for him, I don't know why, but this particular child and the family, they've grown on me. They care about me as a human being. Yeah, I am because basically, yeah, Definitely. It's called I'm a what's called a registered behavior technician, and it's ABA, applied behavior analysis. It's like therapy to change the behaviors, the maladaptive behaviors of, like, for instance, autistic children. They don't know how to communicate effectively, so they'll lash out, they'll hit you, they'll bite, they'll punch. They say inappropriate things in inappropriate times. Some of them don't eat. Certain things, they don't like the textures, the taste, the feel. So I'm doing everything. I've worked with potty training autistic children, toileting and trying to potty train them, to food therapy, like getting them to try new things, getting them to eat because some won't eat. To just working through their feelings and emotions so that they can learn how to communicate without the hitting, the biting, and that type of stuff. Yeah, I did. I do have a license. I have to have a license to do this. Yes, you have to have a license. Well, you don't, but you'll make more money if you have the license. So I did make it a point to get the certificate, and I want to go back to school for to be a master's level in this. That's what I hope and pray. That's why I'm trying to do my YouTube thing, because I don't see how I'm gonna get the money, like, by just a regular 9 to 5. I've got to become creative. I've got to get creative. And I'm not the type of person, I'm gonna make something happen. By any means necessary, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, woe is me. I'm gonna make it happen by any means necessary. I'm not gonna I mean, I hate when things are outside of my control in that sense, especially in this economy. You try to work, and then some of these employers are just very cruel, very nasty. They don't care. And it's heartbreaking, but I know that I'm gonna make it, because I know the promises God said to me. He promised me. He said, I will never leave you and forsake you. And he said, I have been young, but now I'm old, but I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging bread. And that's my testimony. That's my testimony. God has never forsaken me. He's always made a way for me somehow, some way. A way has been made. So I'm thankful. That's why I can't necessarily look at my situation with my eyes, but I got to look at it on a spiritual level, because number one, things can change instantly in a blink of an eye. Your whole situation can turn around just like that. I've seen it, I've lived it, I've experienced it. But number two, if I have stinking thinking, then everything that I'm trying to do, if I don't believe I can really do it and accomplish it and achieve it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to accomplish it. I'm not going to achieve it if I don't believe I can. So, regardless of the circumstance, that's how I got out of Indianapolis. Oh, thank you, Miss Carla. I do. I love it. The family that I work with now, they said I've been a blessing. I've been a blessing, and I can't go into too much detail about the family, because for all I know, they could be watching me on YouTube. I haven't told them I have a YouTube, but they're on YouTube every day. So, but it's the whole. You're working with the children, and you're working with the family too. You're working with everybody who lives in that house. You have to be on the same page, or the therapy for the child will not work. And I love what I do, because I feel like we as adults, yeah, we can change. We can change. It's going to be very hard, but it's going to be a little bit easier to mold a child, and shape those behaviors in a child so that they can live a good life. No, they don't know my YouTube name, but that's the way I want to keep it. I haven't even told them well, I did say I have a YouTube, but no, I have not told them my name, and I'm not going to tell them not my name, because sometimes you have to have a work-life balance. Yeah, support. I do. Yeah, I like supporting the whole entire family. When you're dealing with behavioral health, you're dealing with a child who has behavioral health issues. I hate to, at first, when somebody first told me this, I thought they were being cruel, but it's the truth. A lot of times, these types of issues run in the family. So you have to be prepared to deal with, manifestations of other behavioral health issues within that family dynamic. and support like I said, support everybody. Your primary focus is the child, but if I don't support the mother, how is she going to support the child? And the dad and whoever's in the house. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, exactly, Miss Carla, because it's not this particular family I do like, I do trust. I don't think they would mean me any harm if they found the channel, but that's not the case for everybody. That's definitely not the case for every employer. Mm-mm. But employers don't like when they know you have something going on outside of them that ain't got nothing to do with them. They don't like that. They want to keep you tied to them by any means necessary so you can beg for the crumbs they give you. And that's all you have access to. And that's all that's available to you. They want to keep it like that. Unfortunately. So I wouldn't dare be out in the open. If they find it on their own, then that's a different story. But me telling them and volunteering that information, no. Unstoppable. You said you've been to Indianapolis. When was you in? How long ago have you been in Indianapolis? It's quiet on YouTube today. Oh, buy me a coffee. I'm gonna look into that. Let me look that up now. And see what that is. I never heard of it, but I'm gonna look it up. I do have a Cash App though. If anybody would like to show me some love and support, I can post that. Let me put it in the description. Lord knows I don't want to have to ask my ex-husband for any money. If I get low on food or something, Lord knows I don't want to have to call him at all. But if it comes to that, I will. But the thing with no, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. No. I'll go to the food pantry before I do that. I'm serious. We got to bring in 2025 with a new mindset. We not backtracking. buy me buy me a coffee. I'm trying to look it up. This internet is so slow. Let me see if it works on my laptop. Buy me a coffee. Oh, it popped right up. It sure did. I'm gonna look into that. Ooh, that's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you so much for that idea. And then also, what I'm going to do is write my book, and that's not purely for financial gain. I want to really, it's going to help it to get my life's experiences off my chest, and I hope it helps somebody else. I really do. I want it to help somebody, not to give up, to keep going. Rainy days fade away when you come around me. Tell me, baby, why you so far away? Why you go, love? Never knew what I was missing, but I knew as we start kissing, I found you. Oh, I have known I found you. Ooh. Now you're gonna, what am I gonna do? So empty, my heart, my soul can't go on without you. Rainy days fade away when you come around. Say you're gonna stay with me, but I love you too. I need love. I never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing, I found you. Thank you. Thank you, Unstoppable. I didn't know if you was still in here or not. What's up? What's good? Talk to me. Talk to me. Any song requests? I'm still waiting to hear about your experiences in Indianapolis. I know my experience. I'm just curious about your experiences. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. You left? Oh, okay. Are you still in the Lou right now? Yeah. Do you still live in St. Louis? What do you do? Tell me, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Have you ever lived outside of St. Louis? Okay, I think I'm gonna just start singing, and the reason why I'm gonna start singing is because if I play music, then that's gonna be a copyright. And so I don't know how most of the people who go live, most of the streamers don't even play music in their lives because of that. I think because they'll get flagged for copyright. Oh, you create music? Do you create beats like instrumentals? Because I wanna sing a intro to my vlogs, and I need an instrumental so I can record over it. That's so funny. You're a musician too. The boy is mine. I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. He belongs to me. The boy is mine. Yeah, well, where do you find good beats at? Because I'd like to make me a intro song to my vlog. Collab on what? If you don't do music no more, I wish you was in Philly. I need a mover. I need a moving company right this minute. Because when my stuff comes, I'm gonna need to get it moved in here. Never would have made it. Mhm. Never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I'm stronger. Now I'm wiser. I'm better. So much better. Music, you do music. When you say music, like, are you a writer? Do you play instruments? You can always visit in the future. You can always visit. What I tell you, Unstoppable. This is my season for grace. Hi. Hi, Rat. How you doing? This is my season to reap what I have sown. I write music too. Everything is working together for my good. Is that the person who was making rude comments and making racial comments? Yeah, can you block him again for me, Unstoppable? Because I'm not trying to hear that. This is a positive space. This is not a space for that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't feel like hearing that. That's ignorant. Why the trolls always want to come in the brand new channels? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You try to come back, you got kicked out the first time for a reason. And then go say hi like I ain't gonna remember. I kind of low key did forget though, but thank you. You remembered who he was. Just messy as I don't know what. Yeah, hackers, stalkers, demons. Yeah, absolutely. This is what I want to do with you, Unstoppable. Um, I know there's a feature where your webcam could be up in my feed in my live too, or you could call it, or you could call a number and call into my live. That would be so tight, and other people can call in too. It would be so interactive. I want to make it interactive. Hi, I can't stay, so I cashed that. Be well. Thank you, Big Bold Beauty. Oh, somebody cash at me. That is so sweet. Well, it hasn't came in yet, but we'll see. Let me see if I gave the right. I know I gave the right cash app. I know that by heart. Oh, that was nice. I haven't got nothing yet, but let me check and see if I gave them the right cash app. I sure did. It's the right one. I don't know. I haven't, but I'm gonna sign out and see because that's tight. If that comes through, that's a blessing. That'll be a blessing to the ministry. But do you know how to do stuff like that? Unstoppable, like so that people can call into the live and stuff, or you can somehow, or it's a number that, like, I'll put a number up and then you call in that number and I'll be able, and I'll be able to hear you on my live stream, or you can pull up your webcam too, and we can be streaming or whatever at the same time. And so we can talk to each other. Or anybody who wants to communicate with me. A free number app. No, but how will it a free number app? No, but I want the whole live stream to be able to I want the live stream to be able to hear the conversation like it come through the live stream. Cause I got an app where it can give me a number, but I want everybody on the live to hear the conversation too. I know it's a way it can be done because I've seen people do it on other like streaming platforms. I just don't, and I've done it before. I've called in the podcasters before, and then you can hear it. I'm gonna have to look that up because that's the type of stuff I want to do on my podcast or my stream. Somebody called me a streamer, and somebody also said that they think that I would be good for TikTok. We do. Can you research that for me? They said that I'd be good. They feel like I'd have a like a big following on TikTok, they said. But TikTok is for the younger people, I think. And I mean, I think I look a little young, but I'm not that young. I'm getting up there. TikTok is for for the teeny boppers. You want it to be both our show? Um, we can start a separate YouTube page for our show. We can start a separate page for that, but this is something I want for myself. Nothing against you. Nothing against you, but this show is this channel is for specific for Charisma's healing journey, like for the abuse and trauma type stuff like that. But I can always start a second page. That's not a big deal. Do you have a YouTube channel? A lot of these YouTubers like to gatekeep. Like, so they won't tell you how to do stuff or how they do what I do. So I don't know. But some of them don't. Some of them are cool and they will give you advice. But yeah, like I see it all the time in certain podcasters. Okay. Um, I encourage you to start a channel too, your own channel if you want to. So you're a writer and you're trying to start a moving company, you said. So is that how you're making a living right now? Or are you making a living another way? No, no, I haven't. Um, Let me see. Well, you don't have to tell me where you work, but what line of work do you do for your day job? I'm curious. Queens ask questions, so I want to know. You want to be on a channel with me. I'm trying to figure out what's up. I got to know who I'm dealing with. Cuz let me tell you something, baby. You know, people like to clout chase. We in the season of clout chasers. And I'm not calling you that. I'm not calling you a clout chaser, but that's what people like to do. As soon as they see you got something going, they want to ride your wave. And it's okay if you want to be a part of the movement. That's cool, but you just got to be careful when you're trying to build something. You want to make sure the right people are connected to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to build something. So I got to make sure our visions are in alignment with one another. I will look up your channel. Hold on, it's not working on my phone. Are you trying to see what type of woman I am? I'm a good woman. I'm a God fearing woman. I tell you what type of woman I am because I'm just an open book. I'm a God fearing woman. I love God. I'm a no nonsense woman. I love the Lord first and foremost. I love the Lord. That's who that's who I get my strength from. That's my provider. He's my everything. And I just want to spread the love of the Lord like to people who need him because the people out here are hungry and they need to know that he's there. So that's who I am. I'm honest to a fault. I'm not a good liar. That's why I don't lie because I'm not good at it. For real. And I just try to do the right thing. I try to do the right thing by people. Try to treat people right. Passing your class. And a good singer. Yes, that too. I forgot about that. Yes, a good singer. Yes. Okay, I see your page. You got a pretty few amount of subscribers for sure. You got a lot of videos too. You got 155 videos. Have you posted in a Yeah, you posted 9 days ago. Do you go live? Sometimes I see. Oh, do you have a cat? Hold on, I'm looking at your page, checking you out. Oh, you got a cat. I love cats. I'm just terribly allergic to them, but I like them. He's a cutie. This cat is cute. He seems to adore you. He's needing your shoulder. My test is hard. I used to go live. I had a cat. What happened to your cat? What happened to the kitty? Are you allergic to? I'm allergic to him. I tried to have a cat. Oh, you've been on our so you're a vlogger too. Carla, I was gonna ask you about that. Carla reads the classics. Carla reads the classics. Like what kind of classics? The Bluest Eye? I see one that says The Bluest Eye. Oh, you read The Bluest Eye? I read that book a long time ago when I was like 12 years old. It really impacted me a whole lot. Like it really made an impression on me. I didn't understand everything, but it really, I don't know, it just affected me. Oh, you're a teacher, Carla. It looks like you're a teacher anyways. I like this. I'm gonna have to subscribe to you because if you have the Bluest Eye on there, I bet you have Langston Hughes on here too somewhere. Yeah. The Color Purple. I read that. Like, I read all of the I actually read the book when I was about 10. Color Purple. It was that's the type of book that'll make you cry. Gwendolyn Brooks, A Letter from Birmingham. I've heard about MLK's letter he wrote when he was locked up, but I never read it before. I want to read it. Yeah, certain books like that, and it's another book called Push by I think it's Sapphire, and that was a hard read too. It was a really it's some of these books, man. It's necessary though. These books are necessary. We cannot. Oh, and Dust Tracks on a Road by Zora Neale Hurston. I read that when I was about 13. I loved it. Um, and also Their Eyes Were Watching God. I love that book. I love the movie too, but I love the book. I think the movie stayed so true to the book. It stayed so true to the book, and a lot of film adaptations don't do that. So it was really appreciated. Unstoppable, undefeated. Surely you've seen The Color Purple. We'll start there. It's like African American literature. Hmm. Yeah, you do have, but these books, it's not, the urban lit genre, like Donald Goins, Iceberg Slim. They have their place, but these are more serious bodies of literature. The Color Purple is a book. It was first a book by Alice Walker, Toni Morrison. I like to read. I have read Bell Hooks. I've read a couple of her works. I love her. Yes, all of them. Terry McMillan. She's not serious. She's kind of like on the level of Danielle Steele, I say. So it's not like serious lit, but it does matter. Her literature does have a place too because it showed Black women in upwardly mobile positions, which is what I think is necessary too. That's what I liked about Terry. Her Waiting to Exhale did for sure. Yeah. Her best book is her first book though, which is Mama, which I think is her autobiography. I think it's really about her. I think that book is really her life story, even though it's fictional characters. But most writers, they are writing about themselves, anyways, to be honest with you. As a writer, I can attest to that. Most of my characters are somehow based on people I know or myself. So yeah, but it's a thinly veiled autobiography and her best work. I think because it's about a Black mother in Port. It's like a depressed Port Huron, Michigan, which I could relate to because I'm from the Midwest too, and just five children, all raising five kids all by herself. And she wasn't perfect, but she was gonna do whatever she could to make sure her kids were provided for. You wanted to ask me something? Sure, go ahead. Shoot. Do I still believe Black men don't like Black women? Oh yeah, you're talking about my one video I did maybe a week ago. Some of them don't. Some Black men don't like Black women. Some, but it's not fair to say all Black men don't hate all Black women because I don't believe it's all Black men. But I do believe it's some Black men. And I believe it's men in general, but it always hits different when you get that type of hatred from your own men. It hits different. You expect, you kind of you're used to, you expect, maybe a man of another race a white man or a Spanish man or whoever to not respect you as a human being or a woman because of the color of your skin. But when your own people do it to you, it hurts. It hurts bad. And I don't hate black. I myself don't hate black men. I'm just sometimes I'm just sad and disappointed. I get sad and disappointed, but I don't hate them. I know they're dealing with trauma too as well. And so, but it's not everybody. It's not every man. Yeah, you know where I'm coming. You understand what I'm trying to say, Miss Carla. It's not every man. It's not every single black man. No. Thank you. See, I knew you were God sent. I'm gonna uplift my brothers wherever I can. I'm gonna uplift my brothers because there's some good brothers out there. Some have been shown me kindness. They're few and far between, though. But that's the state of the world we live in. It's just a mean, big old mean world to begin with. But I know men say they get turned down because women are like, was it that women are gold diggers and stuff like that? But some women probably are gold diggers. But I don't think it's fair to say a woman's a gold digger because she has standards, because why wouldn't, if you want to build something with somebody, why wouldn't you be there to support your mate and build a future with them? Why wouldn't you want to help if your girl or your wife is having a hard time, why wouldn't you want to help? Don't you love her? Don't you care if she eats, if she has enough gas to make it to work? If her light bill is on, if her lights are on, if she, just I think that's a man. A man is gonna want to provide. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think some women might take advantage of that. I'm sure they are because there are people in this world who are users and abusers. So it goes both ways, is what I'm trying to say. But me in particular, I'm staying away. I'm not dating anybody right now until God tells me to move, and brings and shows me and brings the right individual to me. Because especially because you see my channel, you see the things that I've endured, the things I've been through, and until I heal the way I want to heal, I don't want to be me. I want to be a healed version of myself. I don't want to present myself. Thank you, Miss Carla. I don't want to present myself in my unhealed state. I owe it to myself to be the best version of myself for my mate. Because if I go out into the dating field and try to date right now or in the past, I'm a version of myself that's my unhealed version, and my unhealed version is going to attract unhealed people. And I don't want an unhealed person. I want somebody, who can I can grow with, who I'm not, they don't have issues of their own that they haven't dealt with or addressed. Because right now I'm trying to deal and address my issues, and I can't address my issues and then try to be in a relationship right now. It's not going to work. That cannot be the priority right now. It just can't be the priority. It can't. And the only thing that saddens me about that, I'm 35 years old, so I'm getting up there, and I want children, but at the same time, I owe it to myself, if I do get married and have children, to bring the children into a stable situation, not an unstable situation, because that's how we perpetuate and generational cycles continue. And that's not something I want to do. And I don't want to pass on my trauma to any children I might have, because if I don't heal it, all I'm going to do is pass that on to my children. And they're going to have to deal with it. And they're going to have to suffer through it. And if I do have children, I don't want them to have to ever face and go through the things that I have gone through. I want to be the healed version of myself so that I can give them everything that they need emotionally and psychologically. I mean, to be a provider for your children is one thing, but to be able to give them what they need emotionally and psychologically. I see the effects of children not getting what they need emotionally all the time in my field. I see the consequences of not pouring into your children and giving them what they need to develop mentally. And that's why, I just owe it to myself to work on me before I try to look for or engage in a relationship with a man right now. Thank you, Miss Carla. Thank you. I'm just trying to break these generational cycles, and just trying to break these generational cycles, because I feel like in the instance of black people, I feel like the thing that broke down our community was when our families were torn apart, when our families have been broken down, and we have to rebuild that. I feel like it's not the only thing, but it's going to be key to us regaining our footing, Black Americans, is to reestablish the family, make that a priority, make two-parent households a priority, so that our children are equipped to handle and deal with all the other stuff we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? We have to create unbroken homes. We owe it to our children to do that. I'm just, no, it's not that unstoppable. It's just that I just have to be very clear in what my position is. And I'm saying this, I'm saying it to myself as much as I'm saying it to you, because it's so easy to be distracted. And I just really don't want to be distracted, especially because I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to build this as a ministry. I have the best of intentions with my YouTube page. It's about building community. It's about building a safe place for survivors of sexual abuse, child adverse childhood experiences. And it's most of my subscribers, from my data, most of them are women, but men are welcome too. Men are welcome too. So don't think that just because you're a man, you're not welcomed in this space. You are, and I enjoy and love you coming in and showing me support. I really do. I love it. It means the world to me. So don't think that I am saying that I don't want to continue to have your support, but I just have to do things the way God wants me to do them, and that's in decency and in order. But I definitely, your presence is welcome. Absolutely. Don't think it's not, because it is. Kids deserve two healthy, emotionally and financially stable parents. They sure do. They sure do. And I want to be able to provide that to any children that I might have. Because I'm getting up there in age, I've had to accept the possibility that I might not have biological children, but I can still adopt, and I want to be able to provide for them. And even if I did adopt, I still wouldn't adopt until I had a mate. My husband could help me with the children, because a child needs both a mother and a father. Like, I've seen what can happen when a child is growing up without the influence of a mother, and I've seen what happens when a child is growing up without a dad. Both are equally important. You need both. You need both your mama and your father. You do. I've seen what happens to men who don't grow up with a mom. A lot of them, you would think it's, oh, they grew up hating women. No, no, not necessarily. A lot of them grow up and they seek out older women looking for that mother figure, in the same way that women who grow up without fathers, they grow up and seek out relationships with older men looking for a father. Men will do the same thing. They'll engage older women in relationships to have that mother relate, and it's coming from a place of trauma. I get it. I'm not gonna lie, I do. You can like younger men or people younger than you, but the problem is when you're dating people who are younger or older than you, and it's coming from a place of your trauma. That's when you have to re-examine. Only that individual can determine, am I dating this person? Is it from my trauma that I'm dating this person? Is it a function of my trauma? Thank you, Miss Carla. There's hope because you never know. You never know. Things can change in an instant. They can change in a blink of an eye. I could get married next year. I could have a husband next year. Who knows? Ain't that right, Unstoppable? And I don't mind male attention. I just don't like when guys are very forceful and they're very aggressive. Like when for instance, when I first moved to Philly and I was living in a rooming house, maybe not the best situation, but it looked okay from the outside looking in and looked okay. But what wasn't okay is because there was this guy who I guess he had been watching me. I guess he had been watching me, and I had took a package from the UPS man. I took the package because it was my delivery. And he follows, I don't know how he knew what apartment I was in, but he knocked on the door looking for me, talking about, oh, you took this package, and the UPS man said that it was the tall black lady. You took that package. And I told him, you need to leave. Like, my roommate answered the door and was like, charisma, and he did that trying to be funny because I wouldn't talk to him on a sexual level. So he exposed me to a creep who Lord knows what he was trying to do. But the whole point I'm trying to make is there are some really aggressive men out there, and they see a single woman and they think, oh yeah, I can just run over her, or she's fair game. I can I'm not gonna lie, there's some men who will try to bully you into dealing with them, into having sex. They won't rape you. They'll go just far enough. They'll go just far enough so that by law it's not rape, but it's intimidation. They'll intimidate you and bully you into dealing with them. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Carla. These men are aggressive, and they feel like if they want you, they can have you because they don't see a man around. They don't see another man around. So they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever. She gonna do what I want her to do, and they feel like they can just bogart their way into your life. And those are the types of men that I take issue with. It's not about sex. That's the thing about it, Unstoppable. It's not about sex per se. It's about power and control. That's the root of all abuse. It's about power and it's about control. That's all it's about. Oh, I gotta be careful, Miss Carla. A single woman has to be careful. She has to be careful. A single, and it's not. You can be beautiful, you can be average, you can be quote unquote unattractive. Oh, a man doesn't really care. A lot of men, it's about power and control. It has nothing to do with a woman's beauty, nothing of that. And you do, as a woman, have to protect yourself to the best of your ability against men who might not have the best intentions in mind. Some men don't. Not all men are like that. Not all men are like that, but because of the state of the world that we live in, some men are like that because some people are like that. Some people are evil, just and don't care about nothing or nobody but themselves. And these are the things that I was never taught. These are the things I was never taught as a child, as a girl. And we need to teach our children these things so that they can understand and learn how to protect themselves as they grow up and go out in this world. Stranger danger. We have to teach our children good touch, bad touch, all of that stuff, or they're gonna fall victim and they're gonna fall prey. And that's why I work with children, because I'm gonna teach them. I'm gonna teach them. Because a little boy, like, I've worked with children as young as 4 and 5, and little boys as young as 4 and 5, and they're touching on other little girls. They're forcing themselves on the little girls, things like that. So it starts very, very early, and very, very early. And you have to nip it in the bud very, very early. And I tell the young girls, you have to, if somebody's touching you in a way that you don't like, you tell them, stop it, leave me alone, get an adult. And I've told him, don't, he's gotten, get in trouble, but then like it's at the same time, like, how is this little boy why are they doing, why is he doing this? What is he being exposed to at home? Because it's not his fault. He's a baby. He's 4 years old. So what is he being exposed to at home to where he thinks this is okay? Or what has he watched on the TV to where he thinks it's okay to do things like that to people? It just tells you how deeply ingrained into our society it is to sexually batter and abuse women and children. And you know what? Something else I learned recently, that men bully other men too. Like if he thinks that you're a weak or a bitch, type dude, they're gonna bully another man. They're gonna seek to obtain power and control and bully that other man too. It's a pecking order with men. It is. I have hi Trito. Keep going though. I believe your heart in the right space, but you've been so hurt you're going say, yeah, I am going through stages of healing. I am. It's a process. That's why I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to rush it unstoppable. And if I be really honest with you and be honest with myself, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to date right now. I don't feel ready because I don't want to go out there and choose the wrong man and choose a bad guy who's going to do bad things, who's going to treat me in a way that I don't want to be treated. So that's why I'm just staying away from all men right now, but it's not from a place of I hate men. I don't hate men, because how am I going to say that I hate men but yet I love the Lord? That's incompatible. I like nice people. I like good-hearted people. That's who I gravitate towards. That's my vibe. I just like nice people, whether they be man or woman. But yeah, I do believe that God has healing for me. He has healing for me, and it's available to me, and it's something that I receive wholeheartedly, and God is with me. And God is with everybody. God is with you too. Anybody who's ever watched my videos, my lives, my posts, God is with you too. He's here for you. He's here, welcome with open arms. And forgiveness and healing doesn't happen separate from God. It just doesn't. Like I would never have the strength to forgive the people who have done the things they've done to me without God saying, give it to me. I would have never had the strength. Do what you feel is best. You got to explain. You don't got to explain. You have free will. You know what? But here's the thing. As a survivor of what I've been through, I didn't realize until I was well into my 30s that I did have free will, because when you've been molested and abused and raped and things like that, you feel like you don't have control over your own body. Like you don't have the right to say no. If somebody wants to do something, they can do whatever they want to do to you. A lot of times, because when you try to say no, when you try to say stop, and you're not listened to and you're not heard, then it makes you feel like I just better just let this person have their way. I got to let them have their way, because if I don't, then they're going to hurt me. They're going to do something. But then when I started saying no and I took my power back, I'm like, no, you can't do this to me. No, you can't talk to me like this. No, you can't treat me like this. There's just there what had to learn is that there are people who still won't respect your boundary, even if you're saying no. There's people who don't have respect for nobody's boundaries. They'll still try to do what they want to do. I thought automatically just because I said no, they would stop. That's why people say the only way you can stop the abuse is to leave the situation. That's the only thing that's going to stop it, is to leave. I like that you require self reflection and healing in a potential partner as well. It is. Yeah, that's really important, because everybody has their issues and that's not going to change. But, It's not the fact that you have issues, it's are you working through them? Are you trying to push them under the rug? Because if you do that, all that's going to do is that stuff is going to show up in the relationship somehow, some way. It's going to show up in how you show up for me. It's going to show up in how you show up for any children we might have. So and I'm gonna tell you right now, marriage counseling, there's marriage counseling is a joke if you don't get individual therapy first. There's nothing you cannot fix your marriage unless you fix your individual problems. Then y'all can come together and fix the marriage or work on the marriage. But before that, marriage counseling is not gonna do nothing. I can tell you that right now. Tried that, been there, done that. Okay, I've been with hurt women. I will never do that again because people got to heal. If they don't heal, they will attack the new lover because the last lover. They sure will. Absolutely, because they're not healed. And hurt people hurt other people. Hurt people hurt. So, yeah, I wouldn't deal with a hurt woman who's actively trying to heal either. You can be her friend, though. You can be her friend, and things like that. But that's all you can really do is be there for her as a friend. It would probably exhaust you to no end to try to be there for her, be her man, because she's not going to be able to show up and give you what you need as her man. She's not going to be able to show up and be your woman and give you what you need. It's going to come from a place of hurt, and nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be hurt, and be bled on when they're not the one who cut you. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I'm not in a relationship, because you know I don't have nothing to offer a man right now. I can't be his woman the way he needs me to be his woman, because I need to work through my issues first. And it's getting better slowly but surely. I'm getting better. I'm getting there. And I'll tell you, Unstoppable, if I be totally honest with you, that video, The Black Man Hates the Black Woman, that was probably coming from a place of my pain. It was coming from a place of my trauma, but it was necessary for me to get that out so that I can look back and examine it and say, okay, this is coming from a place of my trauma. We all know that there are good people and there are bad people. It's not all black men. It's not all. It's just some. you know I think that both people in a relationship have to provide for one another, or it will not. It definitely has to be mutual, Trito. Hi, Kaden. Is that the 11-year-old? Is that the 10-year-old again? I think you're doing better. I can see pain and defense mechanism. You can see my pain. You can see that I'm hurting. You probably can, and see a bad person, a bad man can probably see that too. I'm not saying you're bad, but what if you were a bad person? Bad people can see, because abusers actively search for hurting, traumatized women because they're easier to control and manipulate. Who wants to go through that? Is that the 10-year-old again? He's talking about, no, that's coffee. No, it's you. It's you. You little naughty little thing. Exploited to the hilt. They sure thank you for deleting him. This is a grown folks. We having grown folks conversation. Miss Carla, that was a 10-year-old came into my room and came back. Lord, no, we having grown folks conversation. Absolutely, he will exploit it. If he's a bad guy, he will. That's where you see women getting pimped out, men, getting, abusing you, hitting you. They don't start off hitting you and abusing you. No, they start off charming. So you're saying abusive people look for weaker people? Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Trito. They actively search for it. It's the an extreme version is a pimp. But yeah, Any pimp will tell you the perfect prostitute is not about how pretty she is. It's about, was she molested as a child? What did she get what she needed at home? Was she a runaway? And a lot of times, abusive people will present themselves as being the answer and the solution, and they'll provide you with false love so that they can get real love back. And it's false, though. It's not real love, because their love is, it's like they dangle it in front of you, and it's like they pull back the carrot, and they usually want something in return, whether it be to exploit you somehow, to exploit you, or to have power and control over you in some way. In my own experience, that's exactly how my ex-husband got me. I had been kicked out of my home by my landlord, who was sexually harassing me. She been hurt. She being, men do prey on vulnerable women, but like I say, women prey on vulnerable men too. It goes both ways. Um, what do you mean by women prey on vulnerable men? Can you give me some examples? I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth or that you're wrong. I'm just curious. How are some ways that men are preyed on? We're having an open discussion, so don't think that I'm judging you. Don't think that I'm gonna attack you. I'm not. I'm just want to have an open dialogue. And I'm sure you're right, but I just want to hear it from a man's perspective. You mean like asking them for money? Like they'll go with men specifically just so they can get money out of them? Is that what you mean? Mm, I'm sure there are women out there like that, but I don't know. I don't think it's good to date a man specifically. I don't think it's good to date a man specifically because you want to use him for his money. I don't think that's right. But I do think it's like, if you're in a serious relationship with somebody, and that person, for instance, is having like a hard time, they're having financial issues. I mean, why wouldn't you want to help your mate? Why wouldn't you want to provide for them and be a provider? If it's a serious relationship, like, that's what a man is supposed to do, is to provide for his woman. But just dating a man just for free meals, or just with him because of his money, that's not cool. If he didn't have the type of money, she wouldn't even look at him. Um, I don't have a point of reference. I'm not a user, so as far as that, but usually women like that. Definitely there are women out there like that who exist. Maybe they're dancers. They dance. You know, they live in the fast life, and I can see that. I can see them doing that. Because that's how they make their money. That's how they survive. So I know. I mean, I watch a lot of the stripper vlogs, and they're like straight up like, if I don't get the amount of money that I want from this dude, like, I'm done. Like, get out of my face type thing. So they're definitely out there. I know there are women out there, like, for sure. And I don't think that's fair. Yeah, I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's right. Like, if I'm saying it's not right for a man to abuse a woman, then it's not right for a woman to do those things and mistreat a man either. That's not right. But that goes also back to, I always, like, for instance, I'll just put it like this. Unstoppable, do you have any favorable opinions of women? I love women. I got a daughter. I'm just saying it. It does. But my thing is, if I'm in a relationship with a man and we're dating and you're my man, like I'm the type of person, it's going to take me, I got to really be in need to ask anybody for anything. As my man, I should be able to come to you. I should be able to come to you. A man should make a woman's life better. She should, having a man in your life should make your life better and easier, not harder. So if I need some money so I can get some food, or if I want to get my hair done, or I want to get my nails done, you know, that's my man. Like, why you can't, don't you love me? Don't you want me to look good and feel good? Because I can, anything I'm asking you to do, I can do it for myself. But let's say I do need help. For you to be my man, why wouldn't you do those things? Because if I have stuff, if I have my own place, if I have my own car, I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm not going to be with a man who doesn't have his own place, who doesn't have his car, who doesn't have at least what as much as I got. Why would I be with a man if I got a place and I got a car? Why am I dealing with a man who don't got a place, who don't got a car? That don't make no sense. Cause a man who ain't help you get nothing and help you lose everything. I'm telling you, and that's vice versa. How can you tell if someone's using you? Um, if the only Trito, you can tell if somebody's using you if the only time they come around is because they're in need, because they need something. It's like, you know, if they only come around, if they only want to hang out, if it's you're footing the bill for the food, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go out to eat, I got it. And they, it's always they're coming and they just want something, or and they might not want money. They might be using you because of who your connections, anything. So the only thing that I can tell you, Trito, I'm not sure how old you are, but it took me a long time to understand that you have to take it very slow with people. You got to take it so slow with people because people can present themselves one way and be totally 100% different. People can wear a mask, but you can only wear that mask for so long before the true you starts slipping out. So you just have to take your time with people, take it slow with people, get to know people, and their true intentions will tell you. They'll tell on themselves. You won't need to hint at anything. They'll tell on themselves of what their true intentions are for you. You know what I'm saying? You just got to take it slow with people. That's a romantic relationship, that's platonic, that's anything. Just really take it slow and people's true intentions will be revealed. They tell on themselves. Yeah, that it just takes time. That's all it takes is time. I don't know why I'm up knowing I gotta be at work at 10:30 tomorrow. I couldn't go to sleep though. I tried to go to sleep for like 2, 3 hours and couldn't go to sleep. I'm finally getting a little sleepy now. What do you mean unstoppable? Um, I'm glad I did a live too. I enjoy going live. It's so cool. And I'll probably be posting some new content. Please, everybody who's in here, please like, please comment, please subscribe. I usually post new content like about 5 or 6 uploads. a week. I did 5 uploads this week, so about 5 or 6. And what I talk about is what we're talking about today, that type of stuff. And sometimes these unstoppable. I'm sorry, did I miss a question? Um, my upload schedule, Trito. I need to get on a schedule. There's no particular schedule right now, but I do upload frequently. I do upload at least 3 to 4 times a week. I upload. If you just turn on the notifications, if you're subscribed, then you'll see. But I probably can't upload anything tomorrow. I'll be working, but probably upload something on Monday for sure. Upload new content on Monday. So any ideas for topics that you'd like me to touch on before I wrap it up? There any type of things that you'd like me to discuss? That type of thing. I always like getting feedback from my subbies. I know you was here. You my day one for sure. Unstoppable. You my day one. That's why I made you a mod for sure. Oh, for sure. I went live yesterday. I'll probably go live either Monday or Tuesday. So just be on the lookout for that, Miss Carla. I love going live. I love it. So let's just keep it up. And like, comment, subscribe. Do you know Yellow by Coldplay? No, I don't. But I can look it up for you. And if you guys have song requests, which I think that's a song request, then I'll start taking song requests and start singing. Since I can't play music because that'll give me a copyright mark. My email, Unstoppable, my email's on my page. I do have my email on my page. Oh, thank you, Trito. Leshunes. I will send my email. Okay, yeah, email me. I do have my email on my YouTube page, and that goes for anybody who would like to email me. Um, please feel free to email me. Please subscribe, like, comment, so I can get monetized, so I can get to 1K subscribers. The road to 1K, I'm at 580, I think now, and I really want to get to 1K so I can get monetized. And and if you want to sow a seed into the ministry, here is my Cash App. It is much appreciated because I sure don't want to have to ask my ex-husband for no money. I'm kind of no contact with him, and I'd really love it to stay no contact. I'm serious, guys. But yeah, it is so fun going live and just vibing with my day one. Miss Carla, I would consider you a day one. Trito, you're a day one. Unstoppable, you're one of my day ones. All y'all, thank you. Like every little support that I get, it means a lot to me. You don't have to have Yahoo to send me an email. You could have Gmail and you could still send me a email from your Gmail account. You just have to put that in your email. That doesn't make a difference. So just email me, okay? Bye, Miss Carla. Good night. No, it's okay. You can still email me. Yeah, send me an email if you would like. Don't forget, you guys, I need some likes. I need likes. I need comments. I need subscriptions. It's really appreciated. It helps my channel grow and it helps the algorithm and it helps me get out there. All righty. Bye. Bye, everybody. God bless you. See you next time.